Hello, hello, hello. How's everybody doing out there today? It's Mike and Spitz from Killarney again. And as promised, we got some exciting news. We're building the world's largest paddle. And yeah, it's cool. It's going to be 80 feet long. Spitzy's going to be a supervisor, of course. And it's going to be a cool project. I'm going to show you. I built a small model that goes 80 inches to a foot. Or 1 inch to a foot, as you can see, and it breaks down. Neat, eh? I'm going to be making it with 4 by 8 by 16 foot beams. As you can see, there's a hole in the middle of this. This is where the time capsule is going to go for the big paddle. And it's going to be one hell of a project. Like I said, 80 feet altogether. There's a lot of people to thank for this. Holden Rhodes is the owner of our Killarney Mountain Lodge here in Sportos, along with his general managers Kelly McCree, Leslie Rock, Rob Bali, helping out. We're building the world's largest log home convention center called the Canada House. And I couldn't think of anything more Canadian than putting a big paddle in front of it. We're going to have this ready for 2020. Yeah, the town's 200th birthday. We're going to put the time capsule in. We're asking people to put something in there the size of your fist to the size of your heart. And I think it's going to be a really cool project. People who appreciate what we have. We're asking people to put stuff in there, like pictures and stories of what we have here right now. Things are going to change, to say the least, quite immeasurably over the next 200 years. So it'll be cool to put something in there to show people what we have and what we had here at this point in time. Again, a lot of people to thank. Herbert's Fisheries is a big one. Ross and Jenny have been so kind to me here, along with Kyle and Caitlin. We're using the Herbert's Fisheries net shed. This thing has built boats, has nets in it, rebuilt the 1971 Volkswagen Beetle, which is getting its motor rebuilt as we speak right now at John's Bug Shop, and this is going to be so cool. John and Jen, hey, we're going to be down at the 33rd annual Niagara Falls Beetle Mania convention this summer coming up, or in 2019, and it's going to be another great time. But anyway, we got some big players with us. I got a hold of Type Bond 3 and explained to them what I was doing and why I was doing it. They're out of Columbus, Ohio. And, our friends our American friends to the south of us. A special thanks goes out to Janine for really, really stepping up and helping us out. And they donated a couple of pails of glue for the start of it. And it sounds like they're going to be a big player in our whole project right through. So this is going to be really cool. Of course, we got Swift Canoes with us. And our Badger paddles. Again, I'm going to be pulling off of Mike Ramsey's expert advice on how to build paddles, along with my own ideas, and we're going to get her done. It's going to be a real cool project. The reason why I'm building this and who I'm building it for is for our veterans, especially our World War II men and women who were losing at this time at a rather phenomenal rate. I really want to say thanks to these men and women. If it wasn't for their sacrifices, we wouldn't be able to do what we do here today. It would be really hard pressed to see where we'd be at in our world today if our World War II men and women weren't successful. Our American and our Canadian friends. Yeah, I'm not a very political guy on things, so I really don't pay much attention to the political part of the BS, so to speak. But I do know that our American men and women fought with our Canadian men and women on the same side, shoulder to shoulder, in just about every major conflict in the last 100 years or so. So again, it's paying homage to that. They got a bond that's unbreakable, and to see that and be able to show my appreciation for that is a real honor. And again, Spitz and I are going to have a lot of fun in doing this. We're going to have some special guest speakers come in, or not speakers, but guests. They will be speaking, of course. and I think we're gonna have some fun with this project as we start putting it all together. And we're gonna the wood's gonna be all dried up and ready to go here by December. So we're gonna be doing. I'm gonna be putting on my own YouTube show. So I want to invite people to come out and check it out. We're gonna have some good laughs, and of course, along with them good laughs, stay fixed. We got to have good beer. This is Swingbridge. Swingbridge Blonde. It's from the Manitoulin Brewing Company. These guys we just did a commercial with in a 30-foot canoe paddling from Little Current to Killarney. And I think we're going to turn this into an annual race. Actually, it's going to be called, going to be a beer run race. And again, nothing more Canadian than having a nice cold beer, being in a canoe, and enjoying nature. Unless you're going to ride on a moose. That's pretty Canadian too, if you can get an opportunity to do that. Not recommended. But I think we're going to be pretty cool with this. I can't wait to get my bug on the road too. This is going to be awesome. We're just going to wait for this motor. John and Jen and the gang down at John's Bug Shop in Niagara Falls, Welland, Ontario. They're probably the best of the best. And they got every part absolutely imaginable for any kind of Volkswagen Beetle. So it's really cool to have these guys on show, and I can't wait till we get the little bug on the go. Along with Al Duca, going to be doing some awesome decals on it. We're going to get a lot of heads turning, that's for sure. But yeah, I'm just looking forward to getting on with this whole deal. I really am. The fun part of this whole project is how well the community is going to come together with it. Everybody's pretty excited about the project. I think a lot of the local kids are can't wait to get involved and have some fun with it and be part of essentially what's history of Killarney. And again, I can't say enough about this community that I'm building this paddle for. They've really taken me in. They've shown me so much kindness and love and compassion over the last little better than a year now. And I really do truly feel as though I found my home here. And there's one guy that I really do keep in mind when I'm building these paddles. Lots of people, mind you, but John Ziefley was a big part of Killarney and the Killarney life, and he was an icon in this town for so long. And I can't say enough. So here's to you, Johnny. We're gonna get this thing on the go. He was always proud of what I was doing and how I was doing it, and it's going to be in his honor, and again, our World War II men and women, like I said, both of our American and our Canadian friends. 'Cause again, they've done so much for us. This is such a small part of an appreciation that they deserve a lot more, and hopefully we can be a spark that gets a fire going that makes some changes for our men and women. My next plans here in the next few years is I'm going to make my way up to the Arctic, up to Tuktoyaktuk, and then in 2021, I'm going to do it one more final time. I'm going to make my way across Canada. I'm going to try to go from Prince Rupert to past Montreal and get into some salt water. Just to say I did. And again, I'm going to do this to see if we can make our way to speak in our House of Commons with a good, positive, clear message. And I think it's something that we all need. And I'm hoping to get some cooperation from the powers that be. Hopefully we can get some political people in here and get some politicians in our canoe and give them an idea of what we do and why we do it and why we're always so damn happy. Hey, Spitz. He's over there looking at me. He's being a little camera shy today, I think, the little bugger, eh? But, yeah, there's so many people to thank, and we're going to do this as we go along. I've never done a YouTube show before, other than the odd video that we put out, so I got to keep busy for, I'm going to try to do an hour-long show every week. So hopefully we can gain a little bit of a fan base and, again, have some fun. So, talk at some more canoe symposiums. I think this is going to be a great place to have a canoe symposium here ourselves here in Killarney. I could definitely see that happening in the future. And yeah. So, hey, here's to you guys. So let's have some fun with this whole project. And I imagine by the end of it all, my beard might be a little grayer. Hair might be a little longer. It's going to take over, I think it's going to take close to a year to build this project, so I think it's just going to be a fun deal. Again, having people like Typebond on board. Holden Rhodes from the Killarney and the Killarney Mountain Lodge and Sporto's Restaurant. Having guys like Swift Canoes, Badger Paddles. Oh, so many to talk about. Giver, another Killarney-based company. There's just so much out here. We got just good people around it, and I can't wait to meet more people as they come in. We got people from all over the world coming into Killarney, so this is going to be a good project, and it's going to be a great tourist attraction. And of course, everybody can come out and pet Spitzy. Come here, boy. Come on. And he's looking at me like, no, I'm not doing that. You want a treat? Look at what's this? Come on. He lays back down again. Come on. Come on. And yeah, so I'm going to let you guys go with that. That is my big announcement. Again, it's been a long time running. I've been thinking about building this paddle for well over 15 years now. And it's cool. I made a good promise here, and I intend to keep it. And I think it's going to be a game changer for not just myself, not just for Spitzy, but for the people of Killarney and Killarney itself. And there's an old saying here that goes back a long ways, I think. I've heard it before. It's that when you come to Killarney, you leave here a better person. And I moved to Killarney, and I sure have felt like as though I've become a better person. I mean, it's a great way to represent not just myself, but represent the community and give back a little that I owe so much to. Again, what an awesome community. So, we're going to let you go with that. I'm going to go finish my beer, then go have a cup of coffee at a friend's house. And, yeah. So remember, I ain't pretty, but I can paddle. One more. Damn, that's good beer.